Top story, and this is hate speech which has been caught on camera. After the cleric from Jammu and Kashmir was caught on camera spewing hate against Nupur Sharma, where he said that Nupur Sharma should be dismembered, she should be chopped off. You have Asaduddin Owaisi's member of parliament, Imtiyaz Jaleel, caught on camera saying, as the crowd cheers him, as you can see in these pictures, Imtiyaz Jaleel says, if you want, we can hang Nupur Sharma right at this square. This hate speech was made in Aurangabad. While Imtiyaz Jaleel is defiant, his party has defended him. Owaisi refuses to condemn him, and the Aghadi government is yet to take action.
नूपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नूपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नूपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नूपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे।
Times Now confronted Imtiyaz Jaleel not once but twice, but the AIMIM MP refuses to acknowledge that what he said was hateful. He does not regret it. This is what happened.
सर शिवानी बात कर रही हूँ टाइम्स नाउ से। जी सर, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू गेट अ स्टेटमेंट फ्रॉम यू इन केस इफ इट इज पॉसिबल। जो आपने कल स्टेटमेंट्स दिए हैं ना, एक तो वो फांसी वाला और दूसरा एक आपका वीडियो आया है सोशल मीडिया पर ऑन ट्विटर, जहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हैं कि इसी चौराहे पर औरंगाबाद में लाकर उनको फांसी दी जाए रिगार्डिंग द हेट स्पीच।
आप लोगों को जो दिखाना है, जो बोलना है, please go ahead without my statement, okay?
But sir, anything on the video, sir, which has come like इतने सारे लोगों के सामने आपने जो कहा, basically I'm asking on that कि hate speech के दौरान दूसरी hate speech सामने आ रही है।
Whatever I'll have to say, I'll speak at the right time, but definitely not for times now.
When AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi was asked about Imtiyaz Jaleel's comment, there was no condemnation from him either. Here is what Owaisi said.
इम्तियाज जलील के स्टेटमेंट के ऊपर हमने पार्टी की तरफ से ट्वीट किया और मैंने शुरुआत में भी यह बात कही कि देश का कानून के तहत नुपुर शर्मा को गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए और देश के कानून के कोर्ट उनको सजा देनी चाहिए। ये पार्टी का ऑफिशियल स्टैंड है, जो इम्तियाज जलील साहब की बात से मुख्तलिफ है, और जो पार्टी का स्टैंड है वो सबको मानना पड़ेगा। ये पार्टी का ऑफिशियल स्टैंड है।
That was Owaisi saying so in as many words. There is no confusion about what he said and what he means. Let me quickly open this up. Anurag Naidu, author, analyst, Amana Begum Ansari, research and political analyst, Majid Hydari, political analyst, Lokesh Jindal completes the panel, leader of the Congress party. Good evening, all of you. Let me begin by asking Majid Hydari, What do you make of the speech given by the cleric from the pulpit of the mosque, where he said that Nupur Sharma should be chopped off, should be dismembered, and then Imtiyaz Jaleel says, if you want, we can hang her here, right at this square?
Pranesa, frankly speaking, I was expecting it to be a heartwarming weekend where Honorable Yogi Ji would carry lollipops and laptops to Kalia Raj Kotaki who picked up stones yesterday. But instead today, bulldozers are being used against those victims. I was expecting that Nupur and Naveen would have been arrested by now, but what we are getting to know is that only Muslims who have been a reaction to the cause of Nupur and Naveen are being arrested. I was expecting some kind of sympathy for the Aghadi Muslim community because it's not a Hindu Muslim. The issue that some friends have spoken blasphemous against us, the entire country should have to defend us for the demands of blasphemy law. But nobody is talking that. What we are talking is a reaction to emotional outbursts. Sir,
reaction? No, 1 minute. Majid Hydari, now you've said you were expecting this, you were expecting that. Yeah. And when I asked you that question, I was expecting that you would take that question and answer it in the right spirit. But instead of doing that, you are trying to bulldoze the debate, and I'm not surprised, but because this is not the first time that you're doing something like this. The question is straight, sir. What is the action and what is the reaction? Are you justifying death threats? Are we in Iraq?
Look at the words.
Is this Iraq?
Look at the emotions.
That if you want, you can hang people at any square, at any road. Mr. Majid Hydari.
Sir, don't look at the word. Look at the emotion. It's an emotional outburst.
Okay. What is the emotion? No. So what is the emotion if terror group gives out a warning, will you look at the words or the emotion? What will you look at? When the likes of Zakir Musa and all the others, and all the others give out chilling threats, what do you look at, sir?
Sir, I look at my honorable minister saying Goli Maro Salo. I look at people saying Bharat mein rehna hoga, Vande Mataram. That you don't look at.
So you will condemn Nupur Sharma? No, you will condemn. Is this not hate speech, hypocrisy? Hate is hate. You call it out. If you are going after Nupur Sharma, Mr. Hydari, why should you not condemn what the cleric has said? He is still free, yet to be arrested. And this guy, Imtiyaz Jaleel, is not even booked.
The cause is the blasphemous statement by Nupur. So let's look at the cause, not at the reaction or the symptom.
And you are justifying the reaction that you chop off someone, that you behead someone. There is nothing left to imagination in this hate speech, either by Imtiyaz Jaleel or by this cleric. Now let me bring in Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, as a representative of the so-called secular party or the secular bloc, should you not call out hate in equal measure?
First of all, it's not a so-called secular party, it is secular party.
Let's then walk the talk today.
Secondly, when you are talking about this present, and if you are holding the people responsible, don't you think you cannot shy away with what Nupur Sharma did? If the government is hell-bent upon doing something productive, doing something for the nation, first of all, it must set the house in order. It must set the right precedence and it must create a deterrent. So arresting Nupur Sharma would be the first step to do. Nupur Sharma and the other person, Naveen Kumar Jindal, both of them immediately. Only then the government would have some form of a basis so as to calm down all madness that is going on in the entire country. You cannot have double standards.
I'm not understanding. Anurag Naidu, come in.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult to call out hate?
I mean, it's very funny, Pranesh. I'll tell you why. It's because, somebody, both the panelists who spoke before me are hoping for arrest. Unfortunately, in India, arrests and judicial warrants doesn't happen on hopes and want. I was also hoping that these guys who are the so-called fringe elements, according to me, the MPs and the MLAs who are trying to incite passion, they are the ones. I was hoping that they will follow the true messages of Prophet. And what are the greatest messages of Prophet? The greatest message is the best amongst you is the one who doesn't harm anyone with his hand or tongue. And what you guys are doing is exactly opposite to the Prophet. and then you are claiming that you are the defenders of the messages of Prophet. And this is the hypocrisy that we are talking about. These are not the scholars of Islam. These are the political class who are using Islam for their political motives. And that is the most unfortunate situation we are in. People are hoping, even Congress people are hoping for the arrest of Nupur Sharma, and we have courts and judicial systems, lined up, and they are going to hear the matter. It is in the court, and if there is an arrest, that will happen. But what about if you are emotional about Nupur's arrest? There are 80-85 crores of Hindu people who are also emotional against her arrest. And what is about the political instability of the society that you are going to create out of this emotional?
No, let's for a moment keep emotions. No, let's for a moment.
Absolutely. It's
Let's for a moment keep emotions aside. And Anurag Naidu, I'll come back to you, but let me, ask Lokesh Jindal once again. On a matter of principle, Lokesh Jindal, if Delhi police can book Nupur Sharma and the others, including MIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi, for alleged hate speech, for promoting enmity, what have you, why is there no action against Imtiyaz Jaleel? Is it because AIMIM extended support during the Rajya Sabha election? What is at play here?
You must ask this question to BJP. Why didn't they take first action against Swami Narsimhanand, who had uttered such statements during the Dharam Sansad conference? Why did BJP take action then? It is BJP and its policies that had led to this situation. If at the first instance it would have acted, this situation would not have arisen until now.
Oh, so if the BJP does not act, you will not act. Call out hate, jail Narsimhanand, no, jail him, no, jail Narsimhanand, but you also take action against, you jail Narsimhanand, no, 1 minute, no, Lokesh Jindal, you can't have it both ways. You jail Narsimhanand, if you think he is guilty, you jail him, but you also then must condemn and take action against Imtiyaz Jaleel and this cleric who says Nupur Sharma should be chopped off, should be dismembered.
No, the point is, what I see over here is two contradictions. You have a government whose prime minister had once stated, "Hamare liye hum do, hamare do, aur unke liye hum char, hamare 40," and such form of provocative statements. Almost the entire BJP party has one or the other example whereby such form of provocation had taken place, either by the leader. So for every leader who has to climb up the ladder of BJP, he has to condemn the Muslims. Such forms of measures taken is detrimental for the secular fabric of the country. It is for the
hate
BJP,
hypocrisy is very good for the hate hypocrisy is very good for the society and for democracy. Great. Amna Begum, come in. What do you make of this?
I'm not surprised by the politicization of the religion right now the panelists are doing here. First of all, let me tell you, I highly condemn any kind of hate speech and call for the violence. Second, these Muslims should listen to the greatest Islamic scholar, Padma Bhushan Maulana Wahiduddin Khan. He has clearly stated that a response to speech should be response. A response to an ideology should be an ideology. So there cannot be any justification of such a response where we are calling upon violence. And let me tell you, Nupur Sharma is already suspended, right? And there is an FIR on her, and the same FIR on the Sabha Naqvi and Owaisi के ऊपर भी है. तो अगर नुपुर शर्मा को करना है गिरफ्तार, तो उनको भी गिरफ्तार करवाने के लिए इतनी ही eagerness होनी चाहिए ना. Why we are seeing this hypocrisy and selectivity? Because we want to weaponize that blasphemy, and this is not only about Muslim. This is to use Muslim street power to serve their master certain kind of ecosystem. And sadly, the young Muslims are right now bearing the cost of it. They are on the street, they are paying by their lives, and these people will go to the they'll just I say it, vulture activism on the blood of ordinary people. People like us pay, and they go to the debate, they fight over it, they instigate the emotions, and then they ask for donation. They go for they travel by, like Rana Ayub. She travel in a business class. She shares such a article of peace which is derogatory on Lord Rama, but same time she cry hypocrisy that my emotions are hurt because someone has said something about our prophet, peace be upon him, Rasulullah Alaihi Wasallam. So we cannot find a solution till we
the point that we are trying to discuss is very simple. Why are we complicating this?
Yeah.
If hate is hate, it should be called out in equal measure without an iota of selectivity. And those who are doing it are only exposing themselves. And if Mr. Naidu, no, 1 minute. Ms. Ansari, I'll come back to you. Mr. Naidu also wants to come in. If Mr. Jindal and Mr. Hydari cannot still take a position, then let me quickly play out both the hate speeches. Listen to the Jammu cleric first, and then Member of Parliament of Asaduddin Owaisi's party, Imtiyaz Jaleel. Here it is.
आप मेरे भाइयों, लेकिन सरू को कलम करना भी सिखाते हैं। तो इसलिए बातों को जहन में बिठा दो। हम खामोश तब तक है जब तक हमारा बर्दाश्त कायम है। बर्दाश्त से बाहर निकल गए तो फिर वो नुपुर शर्मा क्या, वो आशीष कोहली क्या, वो नुपुर शर्मा क्या, उनके सर कहीं और दर कहीं मिलेंगे। और मैं नबी का कलमे पढ़ने वाला मुसलमान खुद मैदान में आए, और ये भगवे भी हमारे दुश्मन, आरएसएस भी हमारी दुश्मन है। तो इसलिए मैं अंजुमन इस्लामिया की तरफ से तमाम आवाम का शुक्रिया करता हूँ। मैंने जैसे पहले ही अर्ज किया कि ये अमन को खराब करने वाले अनासिर हैं, कभी अजान पे कभी पर्दे पे। तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को चाहिए जो अजान के खिलाफ बोले उनका गला पकड़े, अगर जो पर्दे के खिलाफ बोले उनका गला पकड़े। ये गला नहीं पकड़ सकते तो हम गला काटने के लिए तैयार हैं। हम गला काटने के लिए तैयार हैं। और इनको मैं बताना चाहता हूं, सबसे ज्यादा कम दर्जे का मुसलमान इतना ईमान रखता है दुनिया के किसी भी ब्रिगेडियर, किसी भी ताकत के नबी का सर कलम कर सकते। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो वो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो वो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे।
Majid Hydari, Lokesh Jindal, whoever wants to go first, do you think now you can take a stand? You heard the tapes?
Yes, very well.
Yes, Mr. Jindal.
You are being played of what had happened a fortnight ago. Can you please also play the tape where Nupur Sharma is uttering what she should not have uttered? And then you can very well understand the cause and effect that is taking place, and what should have been done in order to prevent this form of a chaos that has happened. What I would say is, let us focus more upon the cause rather than simply emphasizing more upon the effect. The government must start acting prospectively rather than acting reactively. The governance and the idea of India has to be in concert, has to be in sync with each other.
You cannot
Lokesh
Jindal, I am really baffled by your logic.
Yes.
And there is no other term to describe what you are saying. And Mr. Hydari, I know you will, say something on similar lines. The problem is, Mr. Jindal and Mr. Hydari, nobody here is defending the comments that Nupur Sharma made. She said she apologizes. On the other hand, one minute. What is this action, reaction, cause and effect? On the matter of principle, why are you not calling out hate?
What was the apology she rendered? What was the apology she rendered?
I'm telling you, the Delhi police has filed a...
No apology.
1 minute, Mr. Jindal, now 1 minute. Delhi police has booked Nupur Sharma.
No, Nupur Sharma
has the Maharashtra government, the Aghadi government there, booked Imtiyaz Jaleel? Has Owaisi taken disciplinary action against Imtiyaz Jaleel?
No, there can't be a disciplinary action over an emotional issue.
Emotional issue?
To religion.
Calling for beheading of people is emotional issue. Majid Haidri? Are we living in, where are we? Are we in India? No, 1 minute. I think you're confusing. Where are we?
Sir, you need to understand the point is that we are talking about the cause. Why is action not being taken against the cause? Why
you should be, instead of talking about the cause, you should be talking about the law. Mr. Haidri, talk about the law. Mr. Haidri, talk about the law. Talk about the principle. How can you be justifying this, sir?
Both the worthy leaders are saying, no, both the worthy leaders are saying that we are asking the law to act. Both the worthy leaders, the worthy cleric and the worthy AIMIM.
Are you saying the cleric is saying, I am appealing to the government to chop off Nupur Sharma, to chop off her head, chop off her limbs?
No, they don't know the legal
No, is that the appeal? And where do you file such appeals? In which court of law? Which forum do you approach? Where do you go with such an appeal? To the police station? No, to the police station, to the assembly, to the parliament, to the Chief Justice of India. Where do you take this petition that chop off someone's head? You tell me, where do you take such a petition? Mr. Haidri, Anurag Naidu, do you know where to take such a petition? I don't know.
Pranesh, Mr. Haidri has literally stumped me with this logic when he says that he's defending Fansi is defending Sar Tan Se Juda, and our young Muslim brothers are taught this Sar Tan Se Juda. I mean, come on, can you just go out and offer jobs? Can you do this similar congregation and offer employment to the young brothers of Muslim community? And what are you doing, sir? You're playing with your own future. You're a part of this economy. You're a part of this society. You're a part of the growth story of India, and you are trying to butcher that growth story. Are you really are you talking sense? Are you real? Are you for real? Are you understanding what you're supporting, sir? I mean, this is the progressive India. You've got to be talking like how our Muslim sisters spoke today. Amana Begum Ansari, she's so progressive with her thought. And these are the people we should be giving space to. Not people like Mr. Haidri, who's defending this Fansi and who's defending Sar Tan Se Juda.
Which needs to be seen through the prism of legality, so that we come up with a legal petition on this.
Logic of action reaction. I have been hearing the same Gujarat riots, that there was action then the reaction. Then what these gentlemen will say कि गुजरात में जब riots हुए थे मुस्लिम मरे थे तो वो reaction था, so that is justified for you. And the same logic they apply for the terrorist attack. कल को terrorist attack होगा, already there are 2 organizations जिन्होंने threat दिया है, तो ये लोग उसको भी justify
I will not be surprised if Mr. Majid Haidri or even Lokesh Jindal says that reason that the reason that Pakistan, you see, gave contract to Lashkar-e-Taiba for 26/11 was because India defeated Pakistan in some cricket matches. I will not be surprised. That was the action. Here is the reaction. So it is not terror. Cause and effect. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I thank all of you for joining us. Anurag Naidu, Amna Ansari, Majid Haidri, Lokesh Jindal. Lots more lined up on Times Now. Please stay with us.